Hello, this is going to be a quick update video for my Warlock healer, which I have some pretty nasty stats, if I do say so myself right now, while using still pretty, mostly debuffs gear and everything. So I'd like to make this video only about 5 minutes or less, just to show a few of the things I've changed. So, as far as gear, the only thing that I've changed is this ring. I use this 4% power. If you remember previously, I was using this one that gives outgoing healing rating, but I was able to get that outgoing healing rating back, so I switched over to this one instead. If I look at my ratings real quick, power is capped with a Mystic Aura or Runic Aura. I'm using Mystic right now. Crit Strike is capped. Outgoing healing is capped, rating-wise. Crit severity, unfortunately I'm only missing about 4,000 crit severity rating, and there's not really a way of getting that. 4,000 crit severity rating is what I need in order to cap the percentage to 120. I'm roughly 116% right now, fully buffed or procced or whatever. So, critical strike is easily 90%. So I gain 10% from the lightning flash, and then 3%, whatever bonuses from other stuff in trials. In dungeons, I'm probably about 5% off, I would say, or 4%. And then for our outgoing healing, so I'm 94% right now. I gain 10% total from the ring and the shirt, so that puts me to 104%. And then I also gain 5% from the helmet, so that's 109%. And that's about as high as you can get with this gear that you're using, or gear that I'm using. You can technically switch your companion bonus to reinvigorate to get to like 118%. And also if you're using Warlock's Bargain, that gives you 10% outgoing healing for 10 seconds, but 25-second cooldown, so it's 35% uptime probably. Not reliable. So it's, let's just say it stands at 109%. I mean, that's more than enough for healers right now anyway, so. For power, I'm at, about 82% with the other aura, plus Portobello, that's about 85%, plus this will get me to like 89, plus the helmet will get me to about 94, roughly. And then all 5 raptors will get me up to 18, like 108 or 110 or something. And then you also have a chance of getting the Master Boon, Blessed Advantage. So it puts you roughly to like at least 115%, I would say, in dungeons. And you can get upwards of like 118 to 119% power in trials in like optimized groups. And then that's pretty much everything for this. So none of the other gear changed, it's as is. None of the powers and everything's the same. If you need an explanation about any of this stuff, I would recommend watching the previous video. Actually, I use this for dungeons, so that's where part of my crit strike probably, yeah, so I'm almost, just about 90% in dungeons using that. In trials, of course, I'm 2.5% less, so. Companions, all of this is exactly the same as the previous video. Adult senses, mounts, I did switch one thing. I switched one of the trainer's restorations that I was using to a cautious devotion. This is a new one. Of course it's misspelled down there, but don't worry about that. While at full health, you get 1% outgoing healing, and it pretty much instantly stacks when you get to full health. I think it takes like 1 second for it to fully stack to 5, and you get that 2500 forte as well. And when you lose health, I believe it takes like another 1 or 2 seconds before that actually kicks in, so it has some wiggle room there. It's not gonna like instantly drop off and instantly come back every time, because obviously you lose health and you gain health back very quickly depending on how proficient you are at the healing side. Everything else is pretty much the same. I do use 1 rhythm here for the outgoing healing crit severity. I think that's the only thing that's different. I was previously using all brutalities, and now I'm using 19 out of 20 brutalities. But as far as I know, I think everything else is exactly the same. It's just the stats. I've probably squeezed out at least 10 to 15% more stats in total. So I'm pretty satisfied with this. I wish I could get outgoing healing up by like 5 or 10% more, but you can't really do that. So that's everything I have for this video. So if you need any more specific information, definitely watch the previous one. This is more of just an updated build that is, in my opinion, definitely better than the previous ones. So I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.